Hi, in this video we are going to discuss the Databricks high-level architecture and also the workspace architecture in detail so that we can understand that Databricks, as it provides so many different features, so as a complete product, how does it internally work and how are things managed at a high level. So let's get started. And in Databricks, everything it starts with an account level. So every organization first they create an account with Databricks, and within that account we manage workspaces and meta stores. In terms of account, at the account level we manage these things, like we manage identity and access, where we create or update users, groups, service principals and all. And we manage multiple workspaces also at account level. We can create them, update them or delete them across all the regions. So there is a single account that takes care of all our workspaces across all the regions in the world. And then we also get to control the Unity Catalog meta store there, where we can create one or more meta stores and then attach them to workspaces. And we also control usage related information there, like we check out billing, compliance, we set up policies there. All these things we manage at a account level. And within an account we have these multiple workspaces and multiple meta stores. So what is a workspace? Workspace are collaboration environment where users can run compute workloads such as like ingestion, interactive exploration, scheduled jobs, and ML trainings. Basically, if you have already used Databricks, so Workspace is something like the portal where we basically write the code, execute the code, create jobs, everything that we do, we do that in a workspace. And then Metastore, it is a Unity Catalog Metastore. Like these are central governance system, and there we govern like the data assets such as tables, databases, ML models, volumes, everything we manage in a Unity Catalog Metastore. So in terms of Databricks, we create meta stores separately, and in one region we can create only one meta store. And then we create workspaces separately. In one region we can create multiple workspaces, and then like that meta store we attach that to one or more workspaces. That is how it works. So maybe let's have a look at a high level, how does it look like at the account level. Here currently I am in my Databricks workspace. So here we write the code, we have the catalog and all. And if I go here, currently I have only one workspace. If we have multiple, this is where we will see that. And we see this option manage account. This option you will see only if you have the account admin permissions. If I click it, that is when this account management portal will open. If I click the home for this, so at the account level, like I was explaining, so we can manage these things. We manage workspaces, catalogs, usage, users and groups, security related information, and account level settings we manage here. So as a like developers, we shall be knowing mainly about workspaces and catalog. If I go to workspaces, currently I have this only one workspace. If I have multiple workspaces, those will appear here. And then I have this is one catalog I have created. So currently I have only one Hive, not Hive, this Unity catalog. And this catalog I have attached it to this workspace. Here we can see that for any workspace which Unity catalog it is attached. And for multiple workspaces also we can attach this same Unity catalog. So if we come to our workspace also, so if we go to this setting, this is here again we can see which Unity catalog it is attached to this particular workspace which is open. So this is how things work at a very high level. Now going one level below, so let's look at how does the workspace works in the Databricks. So the workspace or our account, it is divided into two plane they call control plane and compute plane. So in the control plane, it contains the web application, like the website that we have for Databricks, right? Whatever we are doing or interacting with it, that entire web application, it comes in control plane. Then compute orchestration, like whatever clusters we are creating, so managing those clusters and all, that is also done by this control plane. Unity catalog that we create, that is also managed within this control plane. And whatever queries we are writing or the code we are writing in terms of notebooks, the jobs we are creating, so all those things are also a part of the control plane. So this is managed by Databricks. And whatever data we are storing, so for that normally we use a separate cloud provider like Azure, AWS or GCP. So the workspace storage account, it is part of our cloud environment like the Azure environment or whatever we are using. And also the compute plane, that depends whether it will be part of the cloud or the Databricks itself. So in Databricks we get different types of compute or clusters. If we are using job cluster or all purpose kind of cluster, then the compute will be part of the cloud. Like in the cloud it will run virtual machines automatically, and our code will run on those virtual machines, and those machines will be managed and tracked by this compute orchestration. And if we use serverless compute in our workspace, then the compute plane, it is part of Databricks itself, and Databricks, they will be running all the VMs and whatever is required internally. It will not be visible to us, and we can't control that part. So that is how, like in case of serverless, it is part of Databricks account itself. And whatever is other than these resources, like something else that we use, let's say if we have any data source, our SQL server for metadata or auditing, whatever it is, those can be our separate resources. And so this is how the complete package of the workspace, how it works and what it contains, and that is where the users and applications, they interact with it. And this architecture, it is called as classic workspace architecture, because recently, like this in the month of this November only, Databricks has released another type of workspace, which is complete serverless workspace, they call it. In that workspace, we cannot use the all purpose or job clusters anymore. Everywhere they recommend that we shall be using the serverless compute only, and it also comes up with the default storage. So the control plane, it is as it is, there is no change. But because we don't use the all purpose or any other clusters, we don't need cloud provider for that, and that is where Databricks is trying to play around, that they want to control everything and charge us for everything. So it is part of the Databricks itself. And even the storage account, they provide a default storage account. For us it will seem like a Databricks storage account, but internally whatever they are using, that will not be visible to us. And as a storage, we can even use our cloud storage account to attach with this. So that is how this serverless workspace is, which is a latest type of workspace, but it is not much famous right now. In future we have to see how do people use it, they like it or not like it, and how will be the pricing for it. That will be the main point of deciding whether we are going to use it or not. So that's all I wanted to explain here. I hope you got pretty good idea now how things work in Databricks at a high level. If you still have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. And if you like the content, please put a like and comment. Thank you. Bye bye.